let's get this party started.
Hot.
Hello. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Beats and Bandanas podcast. It's your girl, Ken. And for the first time ever on this segment, for those watching the video portion, we have the guest, Savage D Sag.
Yes.
In person. So this is pretty cool. And it's been a minute since I've seen you guys. Whoa! What was that? Oh my god!
This car was literally swerving down the street.
He's like in a big, was that like a truck or SUV?
Yes.
He was score.
Wow.
Oh my god.
What an intro. Okay. I guess that's a good way to start.
Go ahead and tell the people about yourself.
Alright. Well, I am not a new face by any means, but I am a new face to you all. My name is Savage. I have recently made a YouTube channel that you should most definitely subscribe to. There shall be content uploaded on there. Hopefully by the time this is up. If not, then coming very soon.
This week.
And you know, skeet, stay savage. You know, live your best life. Bleep them.
By the way, we're in the car. For those that aren't watching this on the video format, yes, we're in the car.
Yes.
And I'm kind of sick, so my bad. Don't mind me.
Springtime. It's trash.
Yeah. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into everything. So, R. Kelly. Robert has been all over the place. Like countless amounts of media coverage. Constant. We all know what he's been in the media about. But we more so want to focus on, like, I guess, little tidbits of things that we've seen on social media and stuff like that. First thing is an article that came out with Complex with YG speaking out about R. Kelly as well as the Michael Jackson abuse allegations. But this video isn't about the Michael Jackson abuse stuff, because
rest in peace.
So TMZ had asked DJ Mustard and YG about the controversy surrounding Kelly and MJ. Mustard replied, "I don't mess with R. Kelly. He's a monster. He's a pig." And then YG asked Mustard if he felt the same way about Jackson. And then Mustard was just like, he doesn't believe it. He doesn't believe what they say. But he said all this before even watching the documentary. He said, "I didn't watch the MJ documentary yet, but I did watch the R. Kelly documentary, and I don't mess with him because I have a daughter." And then Mustard said he won't sample R. Kelly, but he couldn't say the same for Jackson. Oh, they had a typo. That's why it was probably so hard to, like, not hard necessarily, but he had a typo.
I blame TMZ.
Yeah. All right. Although this is a complex. All right. YG said, wait, hold on. He don't mess with R. Kelly, but he doesn't know about Michael Jackson? And and then he goes into his big argument, which basically says, what I don't mess with is that these white people, they've been doing whatever they've been doing about Michael Jackson, and they chose now to destroy my boy's career because he's a black male. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, he can't defend himself. He's a dead man. It's racism. Oh, that's whole sentence. It's just, it's racism bleep going on in this world. It should be, it's racist stuff going on, whatever. And that's why they're coming for Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Michael Jackson, all in the all in like a 9-month situation.
First off, the amount of, I don't even want to call it ignorance, but ignorance that was just spewed.
And inconsistency. It's just like, what?
Yeah, it's just like, so on one end of the spectrum, it's these people are being targeted. All this is going on to target these people and stuff. But there's no argument to present, I guess, the opposite race not being targeted for anything. Like, it's just, oh, this is racist. This is really what the problem with damn people are. You know, it's just a whole bunch of blind people listening to other blind people. You point one finger at people, there's like 3 more, I'm sorry, pointing back at you. Where's this proof? Where's the evidence? Where's the white people that's not being targeted? And then he said Bill Cosby.
Like, bro, it's like, I felt as if when I saw the article title, like, we both were kind of like, okay. And then when you read his whole thing, they got R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, and Michael Jackson, sir.
And then was it didn't YG get tight at DJ Mustard because DJ Mustard said that he can't rock with R. Kelly, but he still might sample Michael Jackson?
Yes. So he didn't understand the whole thing about like, hello, why is my phone on loud? Can y'all go buy me some alcohol? Mom? Because he couldn't understand how like he would still rock with Michael Jackson without even seeing the documentary, and then by just saying, I don't believe it, I still rock with Michael Jackson, but R. Kelly, nah, he's cut. I have a daughter. And it's just like, I mean, we know the allegations against Michael Jackson and everything like that. So I feel like that's just kind of like an invalid argument, considering how both of those people have allegations towards like minors and everything like that.
Yes.
Especially because he made it, not to say he made it like gender specific as far as R. Kelly, and then he said I have a daughter, because with MJ stuff it was more so towards boys. But like, I just feel like sometimes people don't think before they say stuff, because they both sound dumb. Like they both sound dumb.
It's like,
yeah,
it's like, how, I don't know, like half the things he was saying, it's just like, are you hearing yourself speak?
Exactly.
It's like, how can we win as a people, I guess, if it's just like I guess it's just having a victim mentality just to have a victim mentality is what it seems like sometimes, where it's like, you acknowledge that there's prejudice all throughout the world, especially in the United States or whatever. Cool, like, don't get me wrong, not erasing that, but at the same time, to make this a whole racism thing is just, it's really ignorant and it's really stupid. Like Michael Jackson, for instance, he's been accused of doing such and such with kids since like what, like the 90s, maybe even before then. Yeah,
it's been a very long time.
The man got acquitted. The man, you know, beat all of his charges, and then he passed away. This whole Leaving Neverland documentary, that's a whole nother talking point right there.
It really is.
Like,
and we were very iffy on like if we wanted to talk about it, because we both have no interest in watching the documentary, but that's not us out here saying, like, being on DJ Mustard's energy, like, you know, just being blindsided or something by what we want to believe. It's hard to say what is true and what's not true. However, if there's been like some concrete evidence, then I digress. But I think we both just did not have any type of interest with that. But I feel like before you sit here and say A, B, C, and D, you need to at least do your research before you speak on something about something someone has done. Because DJ Mustard is coming from a place of where he just knows like everything that's gone down, is what it sounds like anyway. But yeah,
and it's wild. Like, even going back to the R. Kelly thing, it's, matter of fact, no, before I get back to that, you know, just to piggyback off something that Ken said, yeah, it's trash, because it's like, you got to be careful what you're saying, especially with the bigger the platform you got.
Oh yeah.
It's just like, it's so, people are so quick to like jump on anything any star says, whether it's a Kanye or it's a damn Trump.
Kelly looks at that too. He was like, the power of social media. People will just say something, not to defend this man. Yeah. But that is one logical thing that he said. Like, some people, depending on like your status of like, I guess, being a celebrity or whatever your status in the world. Like the thing with Travis Scott, like cheating on Kylie with that picture, like we saw something and like people ran with it. Same thing with Jussie Smollett. People ran with that. Like, as soon as he made a post about it. I don't know the details with that though, so I'm not gonna go into detail, but yeah, it's like people, a lot of celebrities said something like, the Jussie Smollett situation was a prime example of how people will just believe anything that they see and run with it without getting more detail.
It's a clickbait based society now, all this media. You got, first off, the fact that we have a music website, like all these music websites citing TMZ, you already lose some type of credibility from me.
Complex has been trashed lately anyway.
TMZ will literally be chasing rappers and athletes and whoever the hell down the street while they walking, and just ask them the most off-the-wall stuff when they're not even in the headspace to even discuss whatever the hell it is that they're supposed to be talking about. This whole R. Kelly thing is wild.
It's very wild.
There's been no music news going on outside of R. Kelly.
Outside of that. And I'm so... Besides the R. Kelly and Jussie stuff, the Jussie stuff is somewhat not necessarily dying down, but it's not like in the immediate forefront because of all the stuff that came out about his counts, which I think is really crazy. 64 something counts, I think it said. I actually think that might be a better, slightly more
like argument,
a better example as far as like racism playing a part, because a lot of people, even like a lot of white people were even saying on Twitter, like, do you know how many white women have filed fake police reports and they only got house arrest?
Yeah.
And I read something about how he got a count for every lie that he told. And I just feel like, okay, 64 years. Yeah. Like, come on. Like, and then people were saying because no one else got hurt, we understand that his credibility is pretty much shot.
Yeah, it's
although I also read something about how he's been offered more acting jobs and stuff. Which is crazy because when people do something bad in the limelight, it typically like works out in their favor in some way, shape, or form.
They say ain't no such thing as bad press, so
yeah,
that's crazy.
But yeah, that's all I want to say about that portion.
I'm just surprised with the way this witch hunt going on for R. Kelly right now. That man still got fans. He still got people paying his child support.
Yes, bailing you out of jail. $100,000.
Jesus Christ! And then this man did the what is it? The CBS interview this week.
Oh yeah, with Gail. Yeah.
I'm fighting for my life. I'm fighting for my life.
Stop playing with me.
Yo, he had the makeup on his face. Is this camera on me?
Robert.
Is this camera on me? Yo, that nigga right there. I'm so confused.
It's so much that can be taken away from that interview based on his behavior and everything. They're like, if he was doing that in a public setting on a platform such as that with Gail and standing all in front of her and everything, there's no telling what he has done behind doors.
That's crazy.
But, yeah.
And it's like, I'm the type of person, or shit, Kenya is too, where it's like, you know, innocent until proven guilty. But that whole R. Kelly thing is so blurred and it's so hard to talk about because it's like the amount of evidence that pretty much supports the fact that this man is wild. Like, and then the fact that in the interview he's addressing all these allegations, but you know, he's not addressing what's confirmed, i.e. the fact that he married Aaliyah while she was how old? 15?
Yeah, I think 15.
Then he had his girlfriends. He had his girlfriends.
Yo, yeah.
Jocelyn and Azriel.
Is her last name Curry?
Something like that.
We'll call her Curry. I think her last name is Curry.
The Azriel one, that girl was going off. We had Jocelyn Savage. I think that was the other one, the light skin.
Yeah.
That girl looked, her body language looked like R. Kelly had her
wired. Like,
yeah, it's like she was just
whispering in her ear. All right, now put your arm around the other girl's shoulder. Console her.
She was nodding her head for like the first like 40 responses.
And Gail caught that too. She's like, why are you nodding your head? But the other chick, I absolutely hated her attitude.
Yes.
Like, she was just so snappy. Like, what did you think you were going to be asked on this interview? Come on now. Use your common sense.
She said, don't ask about my sexual life.
Would you talk about yours? All right then. Next question. See, Gail, she's very professional. Because I would have been like, hey, I'll put the camera off real quick. like
this?
Right, exactly. But
yeah, that whole situation. Wait, so then what else would you happen to have to say about the ignorance
pertaining to the girls? Or
the girls, or even the rappers? How do you feel about the I guess either the support or the defamation on this man, or alleged defamation on this man R. Kelly's name, in your opinion?
Well, first I'll start with the girls. I feel like there was one thing that was kind of irking my nerves a little bit, is this constant kind of like he said, she said stuff between the girls and their parents. How the parents are calling up R. Kelly saying, hey, drop off this money this day, da 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 da. Yeah. I think it is illegal to record phone conversations without the other party knowing. However, people are just throwing all this stuff in the air and it's not making sense. Like, you don't really know who to believe per se, because when Jocelyn was saying, I've spoken to my parents, they tried to come to Chicago, which is true, because that was on a news article. They attempted to go to Chicago when she was there, I think for his hearing or something like that, but they said that they kept receiving death threats and stuff, so they didn't go. Why is someone threatening your parents' lives? Like, I don't. Well, I guess depending on the crazy fans out there, perhaps it could be.
That man's fans go hard in the paint.
They do. They really do.
I wish somebody would come pay my damn. Well, I have no child.
Help. But I just feel like it shouldn't be that hard to figure out if the parents are trying to frame R. Kelly for money. Like, I just don't understand why it's so hard to just get that one vital piece of information.
Yes.
Like
confirm, like,
yes.
Look, like, we are not lying. R. Kelly is like, and that's really what is so scary about this. The fact that this man is so untouchable, and he's not untouchable obviously because the man went to jail for, you know, whatever it is he probably did.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's so untouchable to the point where there's nobody that has something that can stick. But this man has, like, he has whole court documents that, you know, pretty much confirm that he married Aaliyah. He ain't get no jail sentence from that. He had a whole tape where this man pretty much pissed on an underage girl. Nothing from that. Allegedly hushed up the girl's family to get off, or so they don't say nothing. Then on top of that, now he's arrested. You got families pretty much saying you're kidnapping our daughters. No evidence from that. It's like, you would think after over like 2 decades of this, somebody was smarten up. I don't know, pull up some evidence.
Exactly. That's why it's like
for real.
That's why I wouldn't be, I don't know if I want to say like I wouldn't be surprised if he did hush up the families, but to an extent, like, I wouldn't be surprised if he successfully hushed up some of these people that are involved. And for some reason now it's somewhat backfiring or whatever, and now more things are coming out about, oh yeah, this with my daughter, this about my daughter, blah 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 blah. Now I'm not saying he hasn't done anything, because from all the stuff, like he said, like 2 decades worth of this man being accused of unspeakable things, and there has been like video evidence of him doing things. And then they found a shirt with his semen on it from his, I guess he tried to do something with his hairdresser or someone that was on his team. And yeah, like, so they have had evidence to like put him in jail or whatever. Well, no, he turned himself in.
He had no choice but that.
Yeah, he turned himself in. But like, yeah, they have had evidence, so by no means will I say this man hasn't done anything. But now it's just the little things, like the little holes that need to be filled up,
little crumbs, like with every, you know what they say, what's done in dark will come to light. It's like, if this man is, it's like, and that's why I'm so torn on it. If I had to give my personal view on it, it's like I lean more towards the fact that I feel like he's done stuff, because once you have so many people saying the same thing, saying, you know, different accounts of the same things, it's just like, okay, I have to give, you know, some credence to that. But at the same time, it's just like, it is so hard to fully condemn this man just because of course, due process that, you know, we have in this country. You gotta wait it out until, I guess, until the law does its job and he literally gets convicted of all that he has done allegedly. But at the same time, it's just like, if he has done all this stuff, I can't see myself in a position to where I have children. Same thing Ken has said, where I have children and all these stuff is going on, and I feel like legitimately that my child has been kidnapped. And you don't think I'm gonna find a way to do something? I don't care if it's illegal. Like she said, if it's illegal, cool, I'll deal with that when the time comes. But I'm gonna have some type of phone conversation, recording, some type of evidence, some video, something like. Exactly. Because
fuck shouldn't be that hard.
Like, doing the same thing, expecting different results over the course of these past 2 decades ain't gonna get you nowhere. It's like, if the man is guilty, you better, like the documentary, for instance, that was a real innovative way to put whatever potential crimes this man did out into the forefront, because nobody done that before. Any accuser, I'm assuming, probably went to this man separately, filed complaints separately, lawsuits separately, all that stuff, and they got hushed up. Whatever. To band together now and come at this man, especially with, you know, the female empowerment stuff going on right now, the Me Too movement, all that stuff, that was the smartest thing they could have done.
Yeah.
Any other accuser, for not even just R. Kelly, but just anybody else in Hollywood, anybody else with power that's abusing that power, learn from this lesson, build upon it, and please be smart about going after these people.
Yeah, because Jocelyn was even saying how her parents told her to lie about her age and said that she was 18 instead of 17. And it's like, I'm not necessarily sure how you're supposed to have some concrete evidence about that unless you try to talk to her parents on the phone and But then it's like you gotta tread lightly if you're trying to like expose somebody now, like, because they're gonna peep if you're trying to like ask all these specific questions and stuff. So I mean, I don't know, but he pretty much like,
yo, that's wild.
Said everything, and I agree wholeheartedly.
She did say that. She said, she said they're trying to, what they say? They're trying to extort money.
Yeah. And
scam. That's the legit words they use. And they started crying and stuff. I low-key wonder what like body language experts are out here saying about their, I don't want to call it performances and disrespect whatever the hell they got going on, but their performances. Because low-key, that R. Kelly interview definitely looked like a trapped in the, trapped in the closet episode. For real, like the beats was about to start
Oh my
playing.
gosh. I will say one of my other friends had said something about after the surviving R. Kelly. She said that the one thing that he might get off with is the fact that he did not actually hold them against their will. So it was always like you had the freedom to leave and stuff like that, but you just didn't.
Just because it was R. Kelly.
And so that's probably why they're trying so hard to get this other physical evidence that he's like done like sexual acts on people, on other women and stuff like that. Yeah, like with that shirt, why is there semen on her shirt, on someone's shirt? Like, what? There's no
yo, R. Kelly wild.
How do you explain that?
He called himself the Pied Piper. Yo, this man R. Kelly, wow. Yo, that man legit is a different type of person right there.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta play devil's advocate. So that's why I use a whole bunch of ifs. But if it is true, the fact that this man legit had so many breadcrumbs in front of your face, like from songs like Bump and Grind to calling himself the Pied Piper to all that stuff. How many crumbs he had just putting it in your face, pretty much like, hey nigga, I'm doing this, and nobody really caught it.
A lot of people have said what you've said just now, like, we've all known that he's been a grimy dude. Yeah. And done a whole bunch of stuff and things of that nature. But nobody did anything about it.
It's so sad.
Actually, when we were talking yesterday, when you were talking with one of your friends about like the racism aspect of things. Yeah. Do you mind going into detail about the part about Elvis, like that reference?
Oh, yeah. So I was talking to my homie, shout out to Ferg. So we was talking about it on a different, I guess, podcast that we were doing, about how, you know, is it like a racist component to coming after R. Kelly and saying all this about Michael Jackson, which, you know, God rest his soul, he did. Rest in peace to him. King of pop and all that good stuff, you know.
Whoa, whoa.
And then
yikes.
And then, you know, we was talking about how like a lot of like people are pretty much saying on the internet like, oh, you know, you're going after R. Kelly, or you're saying something about Michael Jackson. Why aren't you saying things about Elvis Presley? And, you know, a lot of other prominent white people that, you know, definitely did different types of grimy things or whatever back in their day. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna sit there and ignore what the hell them people had going on. But at the same time, I didn't live in the 60s. I didn't live in the 50s. I didn't live in the 70s. Like, there was damn near, like, I'm sorry. My parents weren't even in America. I'm not concerned about Elvis and stuff. Don't get me wrong. If there are injustices, if there are things that they did wrong, like for instance, yes, Elvis, I'm on your ass. You stole rock and roll from the black people, I know.
Help.
But you know, we're not gonna sit there and just call them out. Like, they already had their scrutiny. People already got in their behinds about what the hell they've done. We're here to talk about Robert Kelly, not Michael Jackson. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was gonna say, I'm tired of all this. Like I said, it's just a lot of us wanting to be victims, I guess. And, you know, we are a very, I guess, looked down upon damn race. You know, there's always something going on. We're not blind to it or oblivious to it. But at the same time, don't be looking for stuff to be a victim about. Like, R. Kelly is a grimy ass person. That's just simply what it is. It's nothing to do with his color or his race. If he did all these things, he's just grimy. I don't care if he's black, white, Asian, Hispanic, none of that.
Yeah, and I feel like that argument there shouldn't be a defense of like, defending what he's doing because you think, oh, they're just trying to get another black man. But hello, like with the stuff that he's doing, that's been confirmed and proven thus far.
Exactly.
What are you?
And bringing race into it, honestly, although that is bringing awareness to, I guess, the race issue, it is very much dampening the actual issues of, like, you know, sexual abuse and just all this other stuff going on. Like, if you're at least gonna talk about the racist stuff, like, do it in like a whole separate time. Do that when some time passes by. Like, don't dampen all this, pretty much all this work that these women are doing to try to, you know, use their voice to say their side of the things. To this, oh, it's racism and blah. No, it's not fair. Honestly,
there's like a huge, we've only lived lives as black people, okay? So we can't speak on other cultures, other nationalities living life through their shoes. We don't know that. We can only speak for ourselves. But I think I can speak for the both of us, and correct me if I'm wrong, when I say that in the black community, these issues, it's almost as if they're like, they turn us, like, they just turn their face away from, like, things like rape, depression, like these big deal issues that happen in the black community. Some people just turn their face. They're just like, oh no, they sweep it under the rug and stuff like that. So it's like, R. Kelly is not the first black man to do something grimy like this. There's been plenty, but we just don't bring it to the forefront. So there shouldn't be a reason why when it does come to the forefront of a black man doing something, we should all be yelling, oh, you're just trying to bring another man down, bring another brother down and stuff like that.
If anything,
no.
If anything, it's like situations like these is when we should, like, you know, like I said, you gotta be very careful with it. Don't want to make it seem like, you know, we're coddling the person, especially if they did wrong. But these are the times where we, like, start looking, like, you know, introspectively, like, all right, as a community, you know, it's something like, something clearly is wrong with R. Kelly, or something is clearly wrong with Bill Cosby, or something is clearly wrong with whoever, you know, name you might put there. And, you know, how can we, I guess, help each other as a whole, versus, once again, playing the victim card. Because once you do that, it takes away from all the other issues. It takes away from the sexual abuse issues, like Kenya said, the mental health issues. It's deeper than, you know, it's deeper than a lot of how trivial we make it sound. Where it's like, some of these people legit have mental health problems. And if, you know, it's sad to say, but if it is, you know, if it was happen to be another race, that's how the other race was, you know, would probably look at it. Like, you know, he might be sick in the head, or, you know.
Oh yeah, of course, it's always the first thing they go to.
Yeah, like, you know, he might have been abused as a child or whatever.
Shoot a whole church up. Yeah. And, oh, he suffers from, like, severe anxiety and,
you know,
in those instances, yeah, I do believe race plays a huge factor when there's, like, two of the same people did the exact same thing, but then it's the person of color that gets, like, life in prison or something like that, and the other person gets, like, probation.
I don't want them R. Kelly problems, but I need some fans like R. Kelly. I need somebody who's going down.
Okay, you almost had me.
They gonna bail you out of prison?
You don't need fans that are sick in the head.
All right, yeah, you're right.
They sick in the head, because I feel like, yeah, you bail me out of prison, you're gonna feel like you're entitled to everything. Like, you're gonna try to pull up to my crib. Hey, yo, bro, let me in. They might just sneak inside. You remember I paid your bail for you.
Damn,
what's up?
True.
So I feel like that's definitely that's gonna backfire. I feel like there's no way. What is he gonna say? Oh, thanks.
Like,
and then keep it moving.
Hey, the man can't win. The man's R. Kelly's music career is, as of right now, effectively over.
Ooh, I read something that said he's gonna keep making music. I read that today, actually. I don't know which article it was from, but I'll try to find it and put it up here.
I take back everything I just said, though. I thought his career would be over.
I mean, who knows? It could be. People may not.
If he got fans still bailing him out, though,
that's
160-something thousand. I'm sure fans gonna buy his music. He gonna have tours or something. That's such a crazy world we live in. But then again,
it's an evil world we live in.
Yeah. But once you have a career for, like, what is it, like, he said 3 decades?
I think so, probably. So he's like, what, in his 50s? Or 45, 50?
So it's like, I don't understand it, but if from that perspective, I guess, I don't know. Maybe some people really just grew up with R. Kelly, and some people were born to R. Kelly, or made to R. Kelly, rather.
Oh my God.
And, you know, they probably just have that lifelong connection with her. I don't know. Like, it's just wild, man.
It is. It's very, very wild.
So, Complex, you gotta do better. TMZ, you definitely gotta do better. That typo is a no-no. YG and DJ Mustard, y'all both gotta do better. Still love the music though. Keep the music up.
Hello.
And yeah, R. Kelly, you already know that. We ain't gonna say nothing to you. You already know what the hell you gotta do. Gotta get your damn mind right. And rest in peace to Michael Jackson, the king of pop, the king of the you know, Jackson. Shit, I don't know if we're there, you know, as a society yet, but at some point we gotta make this a bigger conversation. Screw the racial barriers. You know, what's wrong with this person? What's wrong with that person? Are they literally just, you know, sick in the head? Is there childhood trauma that we can avoid, I guess, for future references? Because if you think about it, most of these people that are in these positions, like an R. Kelly, it's literally just a regular person that pretty much was good at something and received a platform, and now his flaws are magnified for everybody else to see, pretty much. Like, I'm sure if you had a camera following your every move every single day of the week, at some point they're gonna catch something about you too. It might not be as egregious, but it's still gonna be something. So, you know, we're just gonna have to make this a bigger conversation at some point, you know. Pray for each other, help each other out, do something. But all this victim mentality and all this pointing fingers ain't gonna help nothing.
Yeah, like, don't be ignorant to something that's like confirmed and proven and try to make it seem like they're trying to bring a whole community down. Like, it's completely different if that person is innocent and stuff like that. Then maybe there's just so many little things that can go into it. I feel like it just depends on the situation, but I do get what you're talking about. Like, it would be easier if everyone was if every situation was looked at the same. Like, let's look at this person. There's no telling when that type of thing would happen though.
I don't think we're there as a society yet. And
Not
then
at all.
Social media makes it so much more worse because we all have a voice. Like, everybody has a voice. So it's crazy. Break. Ooh.
We're not gonna run at the mouth about something without, like, I don't know, speaking knowledgeably about it. And it's just a very, like, touchy subject. Yeah, and very sensitive. So that's why we didn't want to go about this in a way where we're trying to say, oh, he's not guilty and da-da-da-da-da. It's literally just giving our opinions on what we're seeing and stuff like that. So,
and that ignorant ass Complex article. Complex, do better.
Yeah, they've really been slipping lately as far as articles go. A really good outlet to check out is DJ Booth. Hello.
You know, I know some of your people watch them Star Wars, so, you know, I just gotta show them that Darth Vader shirt. You know, I gotta lighten up their day with this bad topic. God. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I'm dying. Help.
Save Hello Headliner.
All this hair.
Hashtag.
Whoa. But in the future, as far as with this podcast goes, I do want to, like, expand on different topics. I know it's mainly been about the music industry and the people within it and stuff like that, but sometimes that can be very limiting about the episodes that can be made and stuff like that. And I want to give you guys these episodes more frequently throughout the week, so just be prepared for, like, different topics that aren't music related, possibly not even entertainment industry related. So yeah, because if you guys want to watch it, then you will. If not, then you won't.
She's the GOAT. She's
trying
dope.
to be, man.
Hit that subscribe button.
Trying to be. Hello.
Hit that like button. Hit that share button.
Is there a share button? Oh, I think there is. Whoops.
You know, show all the love to Hello Headliner.
Go subscribe to his channel. I'm gonna plug that in somewhere again. He will have something up there this week. Okay, so he loves anime and everything like that. He's actually wanted to talk about anime on my channel too, so if you guys are, like, interested in that, we can do stuff like that too. He's actually the person, for the ones that have seen the Grand Theft Auto live streams, he's one of them. I'm one of the ones that I don't call you by that savage name on that one though, so I was gonna say your other name, but
you know, Courtney.
Yeah, it's Courtney.
My brother be killing her and I kill her too sometimes.
Shout out to Antoine.
He doing big things.
He's doing big things.
Proud of him.
Big things. But alright, leave comments down below about what you think about everything, and, you know, if you had any other things pertaining to those topics that you want to get off your chest, say it. You feel me? Say it.
Say it with your chest.
All right, y'all. Social media stuff will be at the end. His social media stuff will be plugged in as well in the description and probably up here too somewhere. So go ahead and follow him on everything. Subscribe.
Thank you.
And he also makes music.
I do.
Prototype, the XZ. Whee! But yeah, as always, y'all stay safe in these streets. And I'll catch you. No! What is wrong with you? As always, as always, y'all stay safe in these streets, and I'll catch you on the next one. Oh, look at that. That's synchronization.